Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games, and today we're bringing you a game between Goody and SixJax. SixJax, our Protoss player in the red, in the upper right here on Delta Quadrant, and Goody, our purple Terran, down in the bottom right. It looks like SixJax with an early scout here, going to find the base of Goody and do a little probe harass on that SCV, but his buddy SCV comes to help him out. It looks like we're going to see a wall off for Goody, and man, if he could just get one more building down, he could keep that probe out, but probably doesn't have the minerals at this point, and it's not a very good idea anyway. He'll have that wall finished up in a minute, but for right now the probe gets to continue its reign of terror throughout the base of the Terran player. Looks like we've got a extractor going down at 13 supply. Meanwhile, back up in the base of SixJax, assimilator has gone down probably at around the same time. And before things get too hectic between these two players, I do want to go ahead and take a minute and plug the Lasercorn Challenge. If you send an email to, and nice misdirection with the probe trying to steer him to another base away from his actual base. But if you send me an email with your BattleNet name and character code to lasercorn@mahalo.com, that's lasercorn with an S, not a Z, with your BattleNet name and character code, I pick one of those every week, and we play for $50 gift card to GameStop. So if you win that, you can go to GameStop and get yourself maybe some Dead Space 2. I've been loving that game lately, so that would be my recommendation if you're at GameStop. Very scary. And it looks like a Marine is out now, and that probe's reign of terror, or reign of scouting as it were, is going to come to an end. Maybe, unless we see some excellent micro here. He tries a little juke move, tries to lure that probe back into the base of Delta Quadrant, and here is one of the Lasercorn previous challengers talking to me right now, and just send him a quick message. And yeah, War Damn Sky. I don't think he was one of the gift card winners, but good game nonetheless. Alright, it looks like we've got an assimilator, a second assimilator now going up for SixJax, and he's getting that warp gate technology, chrono boosting it, so we might see a proxy pylon out here in a second. But two SCVs out here up near the base of SixJax, and two SCVs can sometimes mean he's trying to bunker something off or do something sneaky. Not really sure what his plan is, but here we go. The forces of Goody moving in, maybe just using those SCVs to try and tank some damage, and those concussive shells slowing down that Stalker, and the Stalker does go down. Will he get the second Stalker? If he gets the second Stalker, then SixJax will be in big trouble, and he does. Excellent micro here by Goody, and Probe's coming out now, and Probe's actually being able to clean this up. It looks like one Zealot now coming out to support, and this attack might just get cleaned up. One Marauder left. I'm sorry, two Marauders left, still in the base. Another Stalker being warped in. Being hit in that very vulnerable warp-in phase. And one of the Stalkers has gone down, and now it's just this Marauder and this Zealot. Marauder trying to chase him down and getting a couple hits in there. He's down to very little life, and he's got no reinforcements coming. And SixJax cleans it up. So we've got an intense opening here. Very hot and heavy right from the get-go. These two players going at it. Looks like we're going to have a... So this was interesting. This was actually a 1-1-1 opening from Goody. But the fact that he attacked with infantry units early on may lead SixJax to believe that he's going with a more infantry-heavy build. But no, it was just a couple SCVs and a couple Marauders in there doing damage. And I really think he bought himself some time where he can tech up now, because he's put SixJax on the defensive. So excellent play there. And let's see. There's that starport is just finishing. This 1-1-1 Destiny Cloud Fist opening. Very dangerous build, very flexible. He can get Viking tank. He can get Banshees to harass. He can do a lot of things. Even Blue Flame Hellions to run in and do some serious damage to the economy of his opponent. So we'll have to see what he opts for here. Let's take a minute, check in on the incomes. You can see that Goody got ahead because SixJax lost valuable mining time when he had to bring all those probes out to stop that initial attack, and also he did lose some probes there. And it looks like he's trying now to expand into his kind of guarded, not really natural expansion, but the debris expansion down here. I think the natural is out here on this map, although that might be a point of some contention. Post it in your comments if you think this is the natural. I don't think it is. I think I've heard this one referred to as the natural. And I do see an orbital command here morphing in for Goody, and he's probably going to float that to his debris expansion as well. Observer now out checking things out, going to see the base of Goody, and Goody has opted to get that very powerful siege tank Viking combo. And the reason this is so good is because siege tanks can shoot farther than they can see. So if you have a Viking spotting for them out ahead, their range is just ridiculous, and very good for slow pushes in on Protoss players. A lot of times there's not a lot they can do about it. And look at this, SixJax, after he cleared the rubble, said, nah, you know what, I'm going to take my natural instead. So I bet those units feel like they wasted their time there. Although, if this game gets into the late game, he will need a third expansion anyway, so maybe not wasted his time. But now he's looking at the gold expansion too, so you never know. Let's see, anything coming out of this robotics facility? No, not yet. Do we have a bay on the way so we can get Colossi? Colossi, a very popular option against the Terran, just because those infantry units go down so quickly to the extended thermal lance, and they outrange bunkers. So it's a very strong unit choice. But look at this, Goody on the high ground, and this may be why the Protoss player opted not to take that base. Good move there, because you don't want to be dealing with siege tanks, and even he's got a little construction project going on up here where he's setting up turrets too. So it'll be very hard, even if he had a warp prism, to drop in here, because they would get shot down by the missile turret. Excellent play by Goody. And he is going to see that expansion. And is he going to land this Viking and start harassing? He could probably take out a couple probes. And I think he has more than one Viking, doesn't he? No, maybe it's just the one. And the tower spots that one observer. It looks like he is quickly losing his window to harass these probes. The Protoss units are coming out now. They are probably going to wander over here and scare away this Viking. Or maybe not. Maybe they don't even see the Viking. And see that this is the siege tank Viking combo. Look at that range on the siege tank. He reaches to just the edge of those minerals with the Viking spotting for it. And that Viking could get chased off if, well, I don't know. If SixJax positions his units correctly, he might be able to snipe away at that Viking without running into the range of the siege tank. We'll have to see. Oh, but he does get in range of that siege tank and takes a hit. Those Protoss shields will charge back up. But did get burned a little bit there. Learned a little lesson about messing with the long-range power of that siege tank. And it looks like he's at about 81 supply versus 92. So Goody with a little bit of a lead here. And his towers do allow him to detect those observers, so those observers had best stay out of range of that Viking. Viking with such long range too. 9 range on the Viking. Very hard to beat units like this. But as you can see, SixJax has decided, hey, I'm just not going to mine from that one mineral patch that's in the danger zone. So good strategy there. And he does have his gold expansion going up. Does Goody know about this? No, he does not. Goody has no idea that he's about to fall way behind in the macro game if he doesn't do something about that gold expansion that's going up. Dun dun dun. And it looks like we have a drop coming in from the back. Let's see what happens here as that medvac comes in. Whoa, a stalker was in place to deal with it, and it's a 4 Hellion blue flame drop to try and get at these probes, and he is doing a good job of taking them down. Let's see how many kills. We got 4 kills on one of these Hellions, 7 kills on one of these Hellions. So a lot of probes went down to these units. And wow, did he use those earlier for something that I didn't see? Because that seems like an inordinate amount of kills on the Hellions. And while the Hellions were killing off probes, it looks like SixJax used that as an opportunity to come sneak in here and do some damage to this little cliffside expedition that Goody has going on, and these Stalkers are going to try and engage the Siege Tank. Don't know about this play. I think the Siege Tank combined with these Marines is going to be able to take this down, but I could be wrong. Let's see. He's down to 2 Stalkers, and he did get that Siege Tank. So a monument to Protoss resiliency here, and it looks like he is going to be able to... Oh, no, I'm sorry, the bunker just finishing, and those Marines are going to be able to probably outlast these Stalkers. Ooh, one of the Stalkers getting picked off. A little bit better micro there would have probably saved him. And it looks like we've got both players on 3 bases, but crucially, one of SixJax's bases is a gold, and that's going to start making a difference here very shortly. In fact, you can see, actually, it's not making a difference too much right now. It's Goody way in the lead for minerals per minute, but I imagine that that's going to start helping at some point. And let's take a look at Goody here. He's got about 145 supply. He has reached a little cap right there as he needs to make more supply depots, and it looks like he's got some SCVs mixed in there to repair. Are they on auto repair? Maybe. And uh-oh, look at this. He is pushing out the Blue Flame Hellions, starting to deal some damage there as the Siege Tanks back them up. And SixJax is going to be abandoning this expansion as the Hellions and the heavy mech army of the Terran rolls in. Not a whole lot of infantry here, and there's the GG from SixJax. Goody takes it.